Scale is, if you know, you know. I'll just put it like that. The scale will have you out here sliding down a wall. What's up, y'all? Welcome back. I am super excited about this topic today because it's fitness, and y'all already know that's what I like to talk about the most. So this is actually starting your fitness journey and literally breaking it down step by step for beginners. Or if you just want to watch it because you want to try something new or see if there's something that I can recommend that you haven't tried before. Either way, you're here because you want to start a fitness journey. So thanks for tuning in, and we're going to get into it right now. First off, my shirt needs its own special moment. My mom made me this shirt. Let me show y'all. Says out here looking like a snack. Look at my girl snacked up with, I hope that's water in a little bag. I like it. So it's my Christmas shirt too, obviously, because it's almost Christmas. So the hope and the goal is to post this right after Christmas, because after the holidays, you're getting into New Year, new me vibes and things like that. So this is the perfect time for this video. Hopefully you watch it before January 1st, but if you don't, it's okay, because starting late is better than never, and you're here now, so you know what time it is. The first thing with your fitness journey, and this is going to sound a little crazy to some people, you need to write down all your excuses, every excuse that you have made to not start working out and to not start eating right. And the reason why you need to do this is because you need to figure out a way to make these excuses go away. And that's usually the most common excuse is like, oh, I'm too busy. I don't know what to meal prep. I don't know what to do. I don't have time to go to the gym. I don't want to go to the gym. I have social anxiety. All those things are excuses to not work out, because for everything that I've said, there's an answer to it. And the goal is to hit the answer to all those excuses in this video. But if I don't, definitely put it in the comments so I can reply with the tip for that. But most excuses I think I've covered in this video. So keep watching so I can help y'all with these excuses. Once you have your list of excuses, set it to the side for right now, because I want you to revisit it at the end of this video, because then you'll have the answer to some of the excuses, the most common excuses for not working out, and you'll hopefully have an answer to it, so then you can go back in and all those excuses that you wrote down, you can now have a way to get past those excuses so you can get to be out here looking like a snack. Okay. The next thing is you need to figure out in your schedule this like a regular part of your life, because it's a lifestyle change. It's not something that's a fad or something like that. It's a lifestyle change. So you need to figure out and put it in your calendar, your daily calendar, of when you're actually going to work out. If your schedule is all over the place, you need to go for each day and figure out when can you get a workout in, whether it's 30 minutes to an hour. How and when can I get a workout in? That's what you have to figure out. And you have to physically put it on your schedule and be very specific. But also be realistic. If you're a person, so me, I get up at 2:30 so I can do my workout just early in the morning before the day starts, because I know at the end of the day, it's a wrap. It's just not going to happen. If you're a person that cannot get up early, and you know you cannot get up early, don't say you're going to get up early to work out, because you're not. Like, you already struggle getting up early. And not to say all the time, because people change and evolve, but more than likely, especially when you're first starting out on your journey, you don't want to do something that's already going to be a challenge for you to do. So if you know you can't wake up early, don't say that. Just say you're going to get your sleep in, wake up when you're supposed to wake up, but then you have to figure out, am I going to go work out on my lunch break? Or am I going to work out in the evening time? If so, what time in the evening time? What is my evening routine going to look like? Because if you're like me, you have kids, so it's like, okay, I got to pick my kid up from school or daycare, and then I have to cook dinner. Do I have to stop at the grocery store? After I come home, I cook dinner, I do the nighttime routine, da-da-da-da. It's about 9 o'clock. That's when you're going to work out. So you have to literally schedule it, because if you don't and you say, oh, I'll work out this evening, the time and everything is going to pass, and it's going to throw you off schedule, and the last thing you're going to do is work out. I'm telling you, I've been there. Don't say you're going to do it. You need to have it on a routine. Like my routine, I'm going to get up at 2:30, and by 3:30, I'm going to be working out. Mainly because it takes me a really long time to get up and get moving. BSing in the morning a lot of times. But I know I'm going to wake up at 2:30, because by 3:30, I need to be working out. So then I do an hour workout, and I always knew I wanted to do an hour workout just because for me, an hour just does it for me. If you can get it in 30 minutes or 15 minutes, like, you got to do what works for you. But for me, I like to schedule out for a full hour workout because I normally do 30 minutes cardio, 30 minutes weight training. That's just how I plan that. But that's also in my schedule. Like, I'm gonna get up at this time, work out for an hour. Like, that's in my schedule. It's the same thing as I gotta get my kid up by this time. I have to be at work at this time. I go to lunch at this time. I gotta pick her up by this time. Like, that needs to be another, I gotta do this by this time for you. And don't make it sound like a chore. Like, I get to work out at this time. And another thing with scheduling it out and being realistic and specific, you need to even figure out how many days you're actually going to go work out, whether it's in the gym or if at home or a class or whatever. You need to figure out how many days. Like, okay, I can go Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, not Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. However you need to do. Like, when you actually sit down and look at your schedule and figure out where you can fit your workout time in, if you can't do 5 to 7 days, that's okay. But you need to know that ahead of time, so that way you can figure out what workouts are you going to do. Am I going to do straight HIIT cardio, or am I going to do a full body workout 3 times a week? Like, you need to figure that out because that's going to help you with your goals as well. Knowing how and when you're actually going to do it. And it helps you to not beat yourself up if you didn't work out that day. Like, be realistic. Like me, I work out 7 days a week, but like, I do have my active rest days, but I have to do something on those days because I'm a person, I'll be out of routine and it just throws me out of whack. So, but if you know you can't do 7 days a week, 6 days a week, like, put that on your schedule and so then when it's time to start working out and figure out what workouts you're going to do, how you got to plan it. I also feel like it's important to know what sacrifices may need to be made in order to help you reach your goals. And that means, like, let's say you go out every other night drinking with your buddies. You may have to cut it down to like a night or two. Like, don't completely change your routine, but maybe cut down something if that's a thing, like if it's a time constraint or something. Figure out where those sacrifices need to be made. That's number 2. Figure out when you can actually work out and how many days you're going to work out. What time, on what days are you going to work out, and how long is your workout going to be? Super, super important. Once you know exactly when and where and how often you're going to work out, the next thing you need to do is figure out specific goals. You need to be very, very specific.
I hate saying specific.
You need to be very, very specific on your goal. And the reason for that is because you need to know what's going to make you happy. It's not like, is it going to be losing 50 pounds on the scale? Is that like, and your goals can change. Your goals are going to change often. Lots of goals change often. Your goals will change. It's okay if during the process your goals change because it's inevitable. Like, your first goal may be to lose 50 pounds. There's going to be a lot of different factors and everything is not going to change at the same rate. So you really have to deal with what's going to make it best for you. What do I mean? If you're a person that you have to see a number, you want to hit a certain number, you need to say, I want to be 180. You need to be specific because you have to put that number in mind because that's going to be your goal and that's how you can track your success. I don't recommend looking at a number, but if you're a person that has to look at a number, I would say that. But if you could not be that person, it would be better because the scale is, if you know, you know. I'll just put it like that. The scale will have you out here sliding down a wall. Or if you're a person that's physical, like I want visible abs, then you'll know that's how you'll be able to track yourself. So everybody's going to be different. Some people would just be like, I just want to maintain my physique. I don't want to get too big. I just want to work on maintenance. So that's just what they want to do. Everybody's going to have different goals, but it's important that you set it for yourself and what you actually want to see. The main reason why you need to know your goals is because that is what's going to help you figure out your plan and what you need to be doing as far as your diet and your exercise. Knowing your goals is literally going to tell you what you should be eating, how you should be eating, what type of workouts you should be doing, what type of workout split you should be doing. And that's the research phase. But the great thing, there is so much knowledge and resources out there that people, like, from far as fitness trainers to regular people who deal with regular life things, like a real person that's busy and doesn't have time, things like that. So there's advice all out there. If you like to watch a YouTube video, I know I'm a YouTube video watcher. I will watch every video if it's something that you like to research on Google and get information. If you want to use social media, there's just so much resource out there, and you'll figure out what kind of works for you once you know your goals as well. So you can look, like, let's say, lose belly fat. You would have to search diet for belly fat and workouts for belly fat and things like that. Of course, there will be lots of information that it will be confusing, but don't try a bunch of things at once because it's going to get really confusing and you're not going to know what's going to work. But start with research, and if something that keeps popping up on across lots of platforms, start there. The main thing that you want to be researching, honestly and truthfully, is diet for whatever goal. Diets for big biceps, diets for snatched waist. The reason why diet is more important, because it don't matter how much working out you do. If your diet is trash, like, you're not making moves. Like, you have to get your diet in order. And diet can be just counting calories. Some people, like, when I first started out my fitness journey, I was definitely keto lifestyle. And then I was like, okay, I'm hungry a lot. I don't know about this one. So, but you have to figure out what you want to do first. Like, if cutting out carbs, you do drop a lot of weight fast. I'm not a doctor or a fitness trainer. I'm just an enthusiast. But certain people, like, they can't have carbs. Carbs make them gain weight because their body is holding on to carbs. Or you're just a person, if you want to bulk up, you need to figure out how much protein you actually need to take in for a day, because it's not the same as a person who just wants to maintain or just wants to lose. Like, if your main goal is bulking up, then the protein got to be out here. Like, you got to do a lot of protein. So, but you need to know that so you can eat and diet and meal plan accordingly. The best way that I say this, and I hate saying it because people hate hearing it, is you have to figure out your macros. I know. You just do. Like, there's a reason why people keep saying it. Like, your diet and your macros are it. And your macros are basically how much fat, how many carbs, how many calories, sugar, all the things. And if you're new here, I do Project Lean Nation. I do their meal prep service. And they have storefronts, and in the storefront, they have an in-body scanner. So the in-body scanner, you put your hands on these little poles, and you stand on this little thing, and it, like, scans your entire body, tells you, like, your percentage body fat and your weight and all those scientific things. And then you put it in the in-body app, and it literally asks you questions like, how active are you? How's your sleep cycle? How much time do you work out? How's your overall lifestyle? And then it calculates all your macros based off of all that information and the stuff that they got from your scan. I think it's pretty dope. And once I started doing that, I feel like I was in, like, a plateau for a long time. And then I started doing exactly what the InBody app told me to do from the scan. And I've been getting better and slimmer and trimmer, But if you can't do that, there's a lot of macro calculators out here. It can get confusing, so kind of just stick to the basics. I know that I don't know any off the top of my head because I literally just use the InBody app. And I think you don't have to use the scanner for it. Maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna figure that out, because you can also probably just use the app and it'll tell you the same thing. You just have to put in all the information, like, by yourself. I don't know how you figure out about your body fat, but I know there's scales that do it. But either way, there's resources out here that you can use and figure it out. And that also comes with your water intake. Definitely figure out your macros. I know it's annoying to say, but once you know your macros, it's going to help so much, because you need to figure that out, because you can't outwork a bad diet. I know people say it. I know it's cliche. I know. But you just have to. Like, there's no way around it. You have to figure out your diet. Once you figure out your diet and what you need to be eating, you need to figure out how you're going to make it happen. And I mean, like, are you going to meal prep? Are you going to meal prep service? How often are you going to meal prep? What are you going to meal prep? And when are you gonna meal prep? I feel like I said meal prep 1,000 times, but seriously, meal prep is essential because it's so easy, especially in America. We have so much access to horrible food so quick and so good. Like, it's too easy to go to Wendy's and get spicy nuggets. And that for that, I mean, for me, it's too easy for me to go to Wendy's and get a spicy nugget because I really, really like spicy nuggets. And so anytime, if there's ever opportunity where I have nothing prepped, I'm going to Wendy's and getting a spicy nugget. Like, it's just gonna happen. I love it. And in my head it's still protein, but it's really not good. But yeah, so you need to figure out how you're gonna stick to this diet because it's gonna be hard, especially it's gonna be hard. It's just what it is. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be a challenge. So you need to have stuff in place, and I mean down to your snacks because also with meal prepping, if you know your macros, it's way easier to keep up with your macros because there's people out here that have to put in stuff in an app and that I'm not I'm not doing all of that every day, taking pictures of labels, putting in the app. If that's your thing, I love that for you. For me, it's not. And that's why I got a meal prep and use my meal prep service because I'm not doing that every day. I just not. I be done forgot, and then no, I be done had a banana or something and forgot that I didn't put it in my calculator. So no, but there are macro calculators. You can put in all your food, everything that you eat. If that's something that you want to do every day, go for it. But as for me and anybody else who don't want to do that, or just really, you need to figure out your meal prep and what you're gonna cook, and kind of figure out your meals ahead of time because trying to figure it out the day of, and then you still have to go to the store. A lot of times, you meal prep the kind of the same things, like you're gonna need chicken breast, turkey, ground turkey, all the healthy proteins and rice and beans, all that stuff. Stuff like that, you're going to continuously use it. So it's something that you can get in bulk, especially when there's a sale or something like that. So that's why it's kind of important to know your meals and how you're going to meal prep because some stuff you can keep on hand and you don't have to go to the store every week or every other week, however you're going to meal prep. Let's talk about other ways of how you're going to stick to your diet. And what I mean by that is there's meal preps, but there's also snacks. And realistically, whether you're on a fitness journey or not, everybody needs snacks, but it depends on what you're going to snack on. And also when it comes to snacks, what can you absolutely not have in your house? Like what do you know for a fact like can't be in your house because that'll make you cheat? What's one thing that you know for sure it's horrible for you, but you're going to fold every time? Mine is hot Cheetos. I cannot have hot Cheetos in this house because I will smash. Like, every single time, hot Cheetos do not last in my house. I'll be like, I'll just keep some on hand. Like, no, I end up smashing the whole bag. And yeah. So, hot Cheetos cannot stay here. And if I do, like, it's so bad. If I have a craving for hot Cheetos, I gotta get the little it used to be two $4 bags. Now it's like $4. But y'all know, right by the register. This is so bad. But those hot Cheetos, like I have to get those because I can't get a regular bag and keep it in my house because it's smashed every single time. So if you know you're a person, like let's say you can't have ice cream in your house, like because you do it dirty every time, like either get the little small ones or don't have it or just grab it while you're out. I don't know what to tell you, but if you know you can't have ice cream, don't keep a big one in your house because every time it's up and you're going to smash it. So just don't do it to yourself. You want to make it harder to have access to things that aren't good for you. So you just can't have it in your house, and that's just what it is. And that's not every single snack. Like some snacks I'll be straight on, like I don't have to go ham. But the ones that you know are bad and you're going to go take it there every time, you can't have it at your house. It's just don't even buy it. Leave it at the stove. Okay, just leave it. This is more exciting for me because personally, I look forward to my cheat days or cheat meals. You need to also schedule that. And now hear me out, because some people are going to be like, she's wildin', but hear me out. You need to schedule out your cheat days because you need to have something to look forward to. And I know that sounds crazy, but in the beginning, you have something to live for each week because some days it gets hard. Like, I know me, I don't want to eat healthy every single day. Sometimes I'll be like, I'm tired of this. Like, I don't even care. Like, but you have to do it. So, but you also can reward yourself. I do cheat days. Some people do cheat meals. I do cheat days. Just because, but I don't go crazy. Whether it's a cheat day, a cheat meal, you still need to figure out what day you're gonna do it on because you gotta have something to look forward to. Like, I feel like it's like a little happy reward, at least for me, because I look forward to my all flat, extra crispy, lemon pepper hot every single time with ranch. Every single time. Like, I know it's coming Friday. I know my mom is gonna put in the work for the squad. I look forward to it every single time. I'm not gonna hold y'all. So that's like my reward. Like, okay, girl, you you did that this week. So you definitely about to get right on these wings. Cause for real, like, I look forward to my Fridays. And then sometimes at my lunch, I may still do a little splurge, might get a little spicy nugget. Another thing with cheat days, if one, like a full day is going to throw you off completely, then I definitely wouldn't do that. But a cheat meal is not going to be like, oh my God. Like, a cheat meal is not going to put you out of the game like that. If you can thug it and you've been putting in that work, go ahead and have you a cheat day because sometimes we be needing that too. So now that you know when and how you're going to work out, you got your diet out the way. Now let's talk about working out. You need to figure out, and this is going to sound crazy, but it's not, what is going to be your method of working out. And what do I mean by that? Are you going to go to the gym by yourself with no trainer? Are you going to work out at home? Are you going to weight train at home? Are you going to go to classes? Are you going to have a workout partner? All of this is important because now you need to figure out, okay, what do I need for my journey? So let's say you're going to work out at home. The cheapest thing to start with, if you want to do weight training, obviously is body weight, or you can get resistance bands. There's also like little cheap dumbbells that you can get here and there, especially from Five Below, that you can gradually add to your fitness journey. But if you're starting out fresh, 5 and 10 pound dumbbells and resistance bands are fine. Or a little cheap medicine ball. You can find so much fitness stuff everywhere for the low. So if you find a medicine ball, as long as you have something weighted, it would be better in my opinion. You want to do cardio because you've already figured that out and you need to establish, like, for right now, this is what you're doing. You need to figure out, are you going to get a treadmill or are you going to get an elliptical? Are you going to do dance cardio workouts on YouTube? If you're not, and this is like if you're not going to go to the gym. So that's why you need to know where you're going to be working out. Because same thing with the gym, you need to know, where am I going to get my gym membership? What does this gym membership include? Am I going to go to the Y because they have classes? Or am I going to get, if I want to try yoga, am I going to get a yoga gym membership? You just kind of got to figure out all those things, like what are you going to do? And I know it sounds overwhelming, but it's really not. And it's stuff you're going to have to figure out anyway. So it's better to just do it now while you're watching the video because that's going to help you out. It's really important for you to figure out how and where you're going to work out because you need to be prepared and have the things that you need to be successful. So now that you know where, when, how, why, all the things of how you're going to get to the gym and how you're going to work out and how you're going to eat right, the next thing you need to figure out is how you're going to actually track your progress. Let's say you want to lose 50 pounds. You need to take that time and figure out how often you're going to weigh yourself. Is it going to be bi-weekly, monthly, definitely not daily. Please don't do that to yourself. But you need to figure out how you're going to track that progress and how often. Are you a person that is going to track progress by pictures? And I highly, highly recommend that option because we look at ourselves every single day and people will notice a change in you before you notice a change in yourself. And that's why I say pictures, because when I get discouraged, I go put a picture from like a month ago to now and be like, okay, you're still making progress. Like, I'm a visual person. I need to see. I can't really pay attention to this number on the scale. And I'm not doing measurements. No. Number one, you mess around and get the measuring tape in the wrong spot, and then you think you done messed up and you didn't. So measurements are not my vibe, but some people do like measurements. So if you're a measuring person, definitely figure out how you're going to measure, how often you're going to measure, and what measurements. Like, are you going to measure your inner thighs, your arms, whatever you're going to measure, how you're going to measure it. And of course, like as your fitness journey goes on, how you're going to track your progress is going to start to change often. So right now it may be losing the 50 pounds, but then the next thing might be how you're going to lose your stomach, or how you're going to train your biceps, or how you're going to get huge biceps. So make sure you have a way starting out of how you're going to track your progress, but know it's okay if it changes. So now we tracking progress. We got our time in. Now it's time to start hitting the weights. No, I'm just playing. But now it's time to get in the paint. It's go time, baby. We done did all the work. We done researched. It's time to get in the paint. It's time to go for it. Number one, I know you're going to be excited. I'm there. I'm here for it. You going to think you ready to run a marathon. Like, cause you there, you at the gym, like, let's go, baby. Please don't get in there and do the most. Because what's going to happen, you don't get in there and do the most, and then the next day you're going to be so sore, like, no, you're not going to be able to do anything, and you're going to skip because you're so sore, and then you're going to make it a habit of skipping days, and that's not what we want to do. Don't go in there doing the most. Start slow. Slow, baby. Like, start a little walk on the treadmill if you're at the gym. Bring it up like an incline or two. The next couple times it's like jog. Don't go in there sprinting, doing high intensity if you ain't worked out in months. Like, you ain't gonna be able to do nothing the next day, and you're gonna be like, nah, I'm good. I'm tapped out for real. Because the first couple days back, baby, if you know, it's them first couple days is like that. So ease into it. Don't go in there acting a fool, because you're going to hurt yourself, number one. You need to start slow. Even if you could bench press 75 a couple months ago, you might want to start at 30. Just ease into it. Don't go all in. You don't have to do that. For real. Ease into it. It's okay. Like, the time is going to pass. You're going to get better. Take it easy. Just don't do the most. So that's my biggest thing with working out. The next thing, don't try to stop everything cold turkey. I'm telling you, that's when you're going to see the biggest relapse of all time. Like, don't be like, all right, starting January 1st, no sweets, no milk, no sugar, no. Like, that's a little crazy. If that works for you, I'm proud of you. But don't go full force. Like, that's why I never really post those challenges, because I think it's a little crazy. Like, just straight nothing immediately. Like, they're wilding. But if you can do that, I'm telling you, go for it. But if you can't, it's okay, and it's pretty normal. You can't jump in and be like, all right, no more fried foods, no more this, no more that. Like, slowly eliminate things. Like, try and eliminate a bulk of them, but don't go all in. Like, you just had a burger and fries last night, and now it's straight bok choy. Like, that's crazy. Like, it's okay to ease into it. Now, ease quickly, but just don't quit everything. Like, you gotta slowly, like, you can't stop. For me, I just love a good sandwich, and that was a big thing for me. So instead of cutting out, I didn't go straight to no bread or like lettuce wraps. I went from like white bread, then the wheat bread, then I did a little tortilla. Then I elevated to a spinach wrap and stuff like that. But you don't just straight full force go from a ham and cheese sandwich on white all the way to lettuce wraps. It don't work that way. You got to ease into it. Like, slowly change from white to wheat bread, and then slowly take off some toppings. You got to ease into it, because people relapse when they cut so much so fast. When they get a little taste of it again, they go ham because they just quit it cold turkey. Like, you got to slowly ease it out. It's okay. Like, if you're not a person, like you're a person that drinks soda, going straight from soda to water, like, maybe try a little fruit juice Still get your water in there. We know water is important, but if you're a person that drinks sodas like crazy, going from a soda to a water, straight water, that's a little extreme. Start with like some all natural fruit juices and slowly ease in there. Start drinking more water. But you just got to ease into it. Don't try and stop everything cold turkey. It's totally fine and perfectly normal to ease your way into a healthier lifestyle diet wise. Next thing was starting your fitness journey, especially starting out. Do not beat yourself up if you mess up and eat bad or you mess up and miss a day. You just got to keep pushing. It's another day. Everybody goes through it. Everybody is not perfect all the time. Even people that are super fit, like ripped, they don't want to work out all the time, but they have that day, but they get right back to it. But don't beat yourself up. It's a journey. It's a lifestyle change, especially if you haven't been on this journey in a long time. So it's going to be hard, but don't beat yourself up. Just be like, all right, we got to do it the next day, because if you start beating yourself up, then you're just going to feel bad about it all and give up again. So don't beat yourself up for failure. But also don't make it a habit. Like, it's okay to fall out sometimes. It happens to the best of us, but don't make it a habit. Okay? Don't beat yourself up, but don't make it a habit. Because, yeah. Now I just want to do some quick important tips that I feel like we should all know. A lot of them you've probably heard before, but I'm going to still say it my way because this is my inspiration to people that want to start in this fitness journey. Is remember, it takes time. It's going to take time. The time is going to pass anyway. So instead of rushing the time, you focus on getting better, getting stronger. Focus on your bi-weekly check-ins with however you're going to check in on your progress. Don't worry about how long it's going to take. Don't put a timer on it. You're making a lifestyle change. So this is something that's going to be a part of your lifestyle anyway. So do not freak out over how long it's going to take. The time is going to pass anyway. And as the time is passing, you're getting better, 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 and you're going to hit that goal. Point blank, period. I know it's easier said than done, but you cannot focus on how long it's going to take. You just can't. The next thing is sometimes you may have to stop and reevaluate and figure out what adjustments you may need to be made. Because if you're not seeing any progress after like a month or two, like zero progress, you may need to revisit the previous steps that I mentioned to see if there's something that you need to switch up, or do you need to try something different. Don't be afraid to pivot. Sometimes you got to switch it up. You need to go back, revisit. Maybe you need to decrease the intensity of the exercises. You just need to see what you need to change or try certain new things to figure out how you can elevate and actually start seeing progress. It's okay. Our bodies just get used to stuff. Like, it just is what it is. So you got to switch it up sometimes, and that's fine. I would figure out a way to kind of hold yourself accountable as well. Like for me, mine is obviously now posting my videos, because number one, I like to help people. I like to motivate people and inspire people. It helps me keep myself accountable, because it's like, I got to work out now because I have to post a video, because I have people that are dependent on me to post this video. So that's how I trick myself into doing it. So that's my way of being accountable. If you're a person that you need a partner or a friend to help you keep it accountable, find somebody, partner up, and that's your accountability partner. If that's the thing that you need to do, if you're going to post a side-by-side picture in your bathroom or something, like if that's your way, however you're going to keep yourself accountable, do it. You have to do what works for you, because it's your body, your health, and you can't listen to other people and pay attention to other people's journey. You have to focus on yours. Last but not least, and I think I saved this for last because it's just important. You need to figure out how to have fun. You need to figure out how to make it fun and what is something that you're going to enjoy. I enjoy yoga. I enjoy my Supernatural VR workout. I enjoy lifting weights. I enjoy making my videos and posting my videos. I think it's fun, and I know it's helping somebody. But you have to figure out how you can make your workout journey and your fitness journey fun. If you're a person that likes to share meal preps, that's something you can do. If you just want to look good and post yourself looking good, that's fine too. Because period, I understand. If that's your ultimate goal, baby, go off. Like, Natural bodies are winning and they out here. Nothing's wrong with BBL bodies either. Because I know I don't want to send anybody to an uproar. But nah, natural bodies are here. And if you want to show off your natural body and or even you want to boost your BBL body for real while you playing, either way, whatever your reason for, make sure you're having fun. Make sure you're keeping yourself accountable and don't give up on yourself. You got this. I am here always for any tips. You got this. I'm telling you, you got this. There's plenty of resources out there. I post home fitness videos all the time across every platform. So you can find me. You can watch my videos. I do not post gym videos. I haven't stepped foot in the gym forever. So I do not have you there. But there are people everywhere that post fitness videos in the gym or what you can do. Figure it out. Tap into whatever method that you like. But you got this. Don't give up on yourself. Don't beat yourself up. Self-love and self-care is essential during this journey. Speak life into yourself. Know you got this. Track your progress. Do not stress yourself. That's all I got to say. And if you have questions for me, always put them in the comments. You can message me, Kalia's Queen, on all platforms except for Facebook. I'll put my Facebook down below. And other than that, I wish y'all a happy, healthy 2024. And I hope y'all win and reach these fitness goals. I know you can. I know you will. And I'm going to see you on the next video.